Pentiment, welcome back to Pentiment. We are Magdalene Druckeryn, and we have found Andreas Mahler. He's still alive. He was burned, but he survived. Because his apprentice sacrificed himself for him and his books. And we've met him, and he's tried to guard her all the years. And now he and we have found out about that everything below Tassing is connected by the Roman ruins. And there's still that elusive old Roman temple down there. And someone down there doesn't want that to be discovered. Doesn't want anything of the history of Tassing to be seen. And we're going to follow down into the Ratskeller because there's a secret connection there. And that's probably why Otto had to die, because he saw what was down there. Andreas Mahler is following us. Does help. Alright, that wall is different. Does that mean this is the place, Magdalene says? There's something written here. No, it's two-sided, new and old. This was above ground once. It carried water. Look. Old aqueduct. Cornelius iret balneo et complet sextum gradum in Mithreo. Alright, I think I can make it out. Cornelius goes to the bath today and completes the 6th step in the Mithraeum. Yes, you see. No, I most certainly do not see, Andreas. Well, here. A warning would be nice. Oh, sorry. I'm not used to being around people. This is the aqueduct. The aqueduct carries water to the bath, so you think this will take us to the Mithraeum? Exactly. You seem quite confident. Andres, we know it exists. I know where it is not. I believe this is the only place it could be. It must be near the baths. Well, you've already smashed a hole in the wall, so I suppose we might as well look, we say to her. There, Andreas says. After you, please. Skeptical look. Manu propria. Wow. That's the 8th act. So there's not 7 acts like a classical. One of the classical forms. We're already at Act 8. There's a bathhouse. Maybe we'll... This part of the tunnel has collapsed. We're not getting to the Mithraeum this way. Yes, I think. Yes, Casper and I found a collapsed section of the aqueduct near town. We didn't find out what was on the other side. I wouldn't let him explore it. I should have taken more care with him. Andreas, we can't do anything about that now. Andreas, yes, of course. Could we have saved Casper? I'm not sure. Are we going down now? The decoration. Andreas says these must have been the baths. It doesn't look like there's a way through. There's silt. All the floods kept carrying it down here. Hundreds of years of floods. What if we can't get through? What if it's buried forever? It's too early to get this discouraged, Magdalene says. Let's keep looking. And what about Father Thomas? He disappeared again. I'm still thinking we could meet him down there. He also disappeared. Magdalene, more stairs down. Would something be below the baths? There's a hippocaust. They use warm air to heat the rooms above. Roman colonies in the north often had them. I mean, let's hope those haven't filled with silt as well. Let's be careful. Magdalene, do you know where we are going? These pillars just kind of go in all directions. Andreas, could you look that way? I think I'm going to try exploring ahead. Of course. Oh no, not splitting up. Not splitting up. Oh, okay. Oh. How could you abandon your work, Andreas? I thought you were a true artist and master of your craft, but all you created was misery. This the spirit of Lawrence. Ferenc, the only thing more pitiful than watching you work in that scriptorium was your love of that dying art. Oh gods. I'm meeting all the ghosts. And I had thought you understood what I was forced to do. Your callousness killed us all. Oh. Caspar, Master, why did you send me back into the flames? Oh. All the guilt. What's here? Andreas, no! No, this isn't right. Who is that? Behind there. That fat guy. Is that the Lord? That's Beatrice with the bound wings. I can't be here right now. How did I get here? Melancholia. Andreas. Andreas, you're still here. Yes, for a little longer. I thought I had gone mad. Melancholia, not yet, not entirely. But you have been on this road for a long, long time. You must leave this place forever, Andreas. You must abandon it for good. Yes, but how? What can I do? I don't even know how I got here. Melancholia, this was once a place of refuge for you, Andreas. But it has become a prison you constructed to protect yourself. From what, we say? From pain, from risk, from life itself. Andreas, but I can't stay here. I have to help Magdalene. How do I get out? Melancholia, Andreas, you are the architect. I will help you as best I can, but you are the only one who can answer that. What? We are the architect? No, I don't want to go there. I want to go this way. Hello, Andreas. Is that you, Sabine? Yes, of course. I'm still here. Part of me will always be here with you. We haven't talked in so long. Why? You reminded me of August. Remind me. Sabine. It wasn't all bad, Andreas. We lost him. But we had 4 years together. They were happy years, weren't they? They were. Then they ended, and it felt like life ended with them. Sabine, I know. It was hard for both of us. I don't blame you for anything. And you should stop blaming yourself. It may be too late for us. But it's not too late for you, Andreas. It's not too late for Magdalene. Yes, Magdalene. I have to help her. Sabine, you can, Andreas, but you have to leave this place behind for good. Yes, I know, I can. I will. Sabine, you will. Yes, thank you, Sabine. Will I ever see you again? Sabine, not in this place. But maybe someday in a better place. In a better dream. Quick, hurry. Must not tally for long. Wow. We went wrong. Again, we went too wrong. Master Andreas, Caspar says. Oh, Caspar. It's really you. So good to see you again, Master. How can you say that? You died because of me. I just wanted to help you, Master Andreas. You couldn't think straight. You shouldn't blame yourself anymore. I let my family down. I let you down. I couldn't stop Peter, couldn't save Tassing. I couldn't even save more than a couple armful of books. Caspar, you did what you could, Master. Everyone knows you did. And that's all any of us can do. Andreas, all right, Caspar. Thank you. Caspar, thank you for everything you taught me. Whew, that goes deep. Wait, what happened? This was the way out? If I started talking to Caspar, I know this was the way out. Your mind is fighting itself, Andreas. It remembers the pain of life. It's trying to protect you from it. Beatrice? Yes? I thought you were gone. You brought me back. So what do I do now? Keep going. What can we do? Visit the beast. We must go to the other way around. Quick. Before it closes again. Quick, quick, quick. This is the way. August. You too. It's been so many nights, so many years without seeing your face. I thought I had forgotten it. August. I know there's nothing I could have done, but it doesn't make me feel any less guilty. It's always there under the surface, no matter how I try to bury it. And I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this. August. It's all right. What? It's all right, Daddy. It is? You don't have to hide here anymore. I'm scared, August. I know. But that's why you can't stay. There are people who need you. It's so hard to let you go. I know, Daddy, but you have to. I know. You're right. Thank you. I love you, Daddy. I love you too. Good night, August. Good night, Daddy. They shifted again. The walls. Is it still trying to protect you? No. It's not? No, I mean, no, I don't have to do this. This is my mind, my maze. And I'm leaving. Good. This next part might be confusing. Huh? What? I don't understand. I don't understand any of this. Why are you holding the maze? Two things are merging in your mind. You and... there are layers to everything, even your memories. Over time the foundations become buried. We can no longer recall how we got there, no longer recall what came before. And what came before? Our Lady, watching over the labyrinth as I watch over you. And even this has roots that reach deep into the past. There was not always a lady to watch over the labyrinth, but there was a labyrinth. What? I don't understand. Sister Amalia? Is this real? Am I still in my mind? Amalia, you are here with me, and we are here in spirit. We're still in the ruins. Amalia, we are in the tabernacle, the heart of the labyrinth. It holds the Holy Host in a locked and secure box between services of the Eucharist, God's holy place. Your spirit was wandering, and the Lord brought you here. Yes, but I don't understand. How did you leave your cell? I have not. We are only here in spirit, Andreas. this real? Am I finally experiencing that which I have only read about the testimony of mystics? I told you long ago that reading cannot communicate a spiritual experience, but yes, this is real, and you need to not be afraid. Have faith. If you are here with me, it is the Lord's will. Andreas? Sister Amalia? What are you doing here, sister? Amalia, this is the center of the labyrinth, the tabernacle. It is where the Lord sends my spirit to do his will. He has also guided your spirits here. There must be a purpose to it. Sister, we are looking for the God's will. What do you mean? We have to talk to her spiritually. I do not know myself. I do not dare to comprehend, only to serve. And it is my duty to answer when I am called. The Lord has called me to this place for many years. He has always made his will known to me. Soon he will make it known to you. Sister, how does your spirit come to this place? Amalia, through the door between life and death, her grave that she dug. When my spirit hears the call, it descends through my grave. Here the Lord tells me what messages I must bear and to whom. You deliver messages? Amalia, yes, once long ago I was a scribe. I copied many works of the great church doctors, Origen in particular. What? Prolific first-century ascetic and theologian, best known for his exegetical writings and homilies, influenced the development of the Trinity and the ransom theory of atonement. But that all ended with a fire. It ended with my life. Wait. I thought I had given up the pen forever until the visions returned. No. When fire took my abbey, I couldn't save my sisters. Not one. All I could grab was a single book and a bolt of cloth. I couldn't understand why God had spared me alone. But he showed me God had a higher purpose for me, for my hand. Father Thomas explained it to me. He makes everything clear. I knew Father Thomas was connected to this. He tells me what I must do, what the Lord wills me to do. Yes, it was you the whole time. You wrote the notes. I found one by my dad when he was attacked. Sister Amalia, you pushed those people into committing murder. Amalia, what? No, that can't be true. The Lord would not use me for such a purpose. Calm yourself, sister. We'll figure this out. This doesn't make any sense. Why would Amalia want anyone dead? Amalia, no, I wouldn't. He wouldn't. There was nothing in his messages about murder. No, I'm not here. This can't be happening. This can't be happening. And here he comes. Sister Amalia, shh, it's all right, says Father Thomas. Father Thomas, how did you get down here? Tassing is an old place, Thomas says. It's buried many ancient roads and tunnels over the centuries. People walk above the hidden ways every day without even knowing it. Though in truth it was Sister Amalia who rediscovered them first and found this place. Father Thomas, did you? In other circumstances I would be overjoyed to see you, Andreas. In truth I'm still happy you are alive, thank God. But I think the occasion of this reunion leaves little to rejoice about. You? I knew it all along. You knew about this place? Yes, knowing about this place, the Mithraeum, is why I did all of this. I had to keep it hidden, and I did until now. Why? Look around you, what do you see? Roman ruins. Look closer. Looks like the statue of Saint Moritz from the meadow. And the images of Saint Setya from the shrine. I don't understand, Thomas. It's Saint Moritz and Saint Setya and Mars and Diana. The saints are the gods. When the Romans left Tassing, their buildings, their temples, their statues remained. Christians settled here centuries later. They found time-worn fragments of that imperial grasp. The statue of Mars, Pater, that once watched over the Roman fields, stood there, still, headless and nameless. The settlers believed it was Saint Moritz, who was already a legend, where they had come from. They found the shrines to Setya, and not understanding she was an aspect of Diana, believed she was another local saint. So the people turned them into saints. Thomas, sanctity and sainthood exist outside of what people believe, Magdalene. People cannot turn someone into a saint any more than they can unmake the divinity of Christ. They knew of the saints and learned local legends of the region and applied them to the figures they found here. No one knew they were Roman gods because there was no account of what the Romans did and left here. Except for Historia Tassiae. Thomas, but Historia Tassiae was not known then. Perhaps it had not even been written then. Who knows how long that book had been lost for before it's made its way to Father Matthias. Andreas, and you killed him for it. Thomas, yes, with poison. No one suspected, Magdalene. Wait, what? You killed someone? Thomas, may God forgive me, I did, yes. When Father Matthias learned that there was no evidence that St. Moritz had ever come to Tassing. The shrine to him in the meadow was the statue of Mars that the Romans had erected hundreds of years ago. And Saint Setya was the Roman goddess Diana. He resolved to deal with it. Andreas, and you resolved to deal with him. Thomas, Andreas, our people believe in Saint Moritz. They believe in the miracles God has worked through his hand. And they believe in the legend of Saint Setya, that she helped Moritz and watches over Tassing still. What does it matter if they were wrong, if the saints weren't here? That was worth killing the abbot? Though as I believed it was then, yes. If Saint Moritz never came to Tassing, what is in the reliquary? What are the pilgrims coming to see? What does it mean for the people who prayed to him, to Saint Setya, and believed their prayers were answered? What does it mean for the church that has given people hope? Fixed like a false star in a dark sky. The people have reason to doubt the validity of the saints. Can they doubt the church? Can they doubt the gospel, the word of God? Some would, but you've always told us that we have to accept Christ of our own free will. Yes, of course, but preserving the legend of our saints doesn't interfere with individual volition. You're preserving a lie. Thomas, I preserved a lie to illuminate greater truth. God so loved the world that he gave his only son, if you believe this. If you truly believe this, eternal life is yours. And saints have walked among us, and their relics work miracles, and they hear our prayers and answer them. And the two that protect this town were never here. They don't need to know that, Andreas. There are times when God feels so far away from us in these mountains. But a peasant in Tassing can stand in a field, look over our valley and say, St. Moritz was here. God was with us, and he is with us still, and he will be with us always. And that is the truth, even if the legend of St. Moritz is a lie. So many people have died because of what you've done. I know this is hard to believe, but I was trying to save lives, to prevent death. Yes, but one murder didn't solve the problem, did it? Because one day Baron Rothvogel rode into town with another copy of Historia Tassiae, a copy he promised to give to the abbot so Kirsau could come to terms with its past. And if Father Gernot read its contents, you would be facing the same danger you saw in Father Matthias. Thomas, in retrospect, if now Father Gernot chose to run the abbey, my fears have been unfounded. Sentiment didn't prevent you from doing it again. Thomas, you're right, it didn't. Yes, but then why Otto? Certainly he didn't have anything to do with Historia Tassiae. He couldn't even read. Yeah, he probably found that. In the end, his murder provoked Peter and the others into destroying the abbey. Thomas, I never thought that would happen. I underestimated Peter's anger, the peasants' frustration. You killed him to prevent an uprising, but it caused it instead. Thomas, someone else killed him, as someone else killed Baron Rothvogel. And it wasn't to prevent an uprising, but to stop him from showing people what he found. What he found when he was helping to dig the foundation of the rat house. Something from our pagan ancestors? Thomas, no, not quite so old. What he found was a stone head. The missing head of the statue in the meadow, the statue at the shrine of St. Moritz. Magdalene, how did it wind up over there? The most likely culprits are rain, floods, and time. Magdalene, Black Till told me that farmers find old tools and pottery in the fields every year. Thomas, yes, and this head remained hidden for centuries. It sat in the soil until Otto found it. And he was going to show everyone that God had favored the town with his discovery. What Otto could not know is that our shrine statue was not of St. Moritz, because Otto could not read the words chiseled across the helmet, Mars Pater. Yes, but the man he entrusted with his information, the town priest, could. Yes. Andreas, and you told him to meet you on St. John's Eve at the rat house. Thomas, I could not let him destroy our town's beliefs. Andreas, and you had poor sister Amalia write down what you told her were visions. Visions she couldn't remember, and deliver them in the dead of night to Goy, to Hannah, to Martin. So that one of them would murder Otto, just as someone murdered Lawrence. What about my father? I'm sorry, Magdalene. I have lived next to you my whole life. How could you? Thomas, none of this was easy for me. I always thought I was doing what needed to be done. Magdalene, was it because of the mural? Yes. Klaus pursued the project with the determination of a guilty man owing penance. He kept digging and digging for answers about Tassing's past, Kirsau's past. I was afraid that sooner or later he would find out about Moritz, Satia, this place, everything. So you tried to kill him. No, I tried to scare him. First with a note, but he ignored it. I thought if I ransacked the workshop it would scare him off. I didn't expect him to come down so quickly. It was just an accident. It wasn't an accident. You almost killed him. I know. So what are you going to do now? Kill me? Kill Magdalene? No, of course not. I have neither the means nor the will to do so. But even if I can't stop you from telling people what I've done, I can stop them from finding this place. He should have done that instead of killing all the people, right? No, stop! It's too late for me, but I can still take Tassing's secrets with me. Yes, Father, you're going to kill us all. You're going to kill Amalia. You must then leave and take her with you. You can't tell the townsfolk what you want, but if you stay here, we'll die together. Suicide is a sin, right? Father Thomas, this is suicide. Thomas, I believe it's an act of faith, and if it is not, I'm prepared to answer for it. Father! Go! Gods! The madman! Are you alright? How's Sister Amalia? She's still out, but I think she's fine. They must have heard that at the Golden Hand. What an awful way to end a beautiful Christmas night. What are we going to tell them? What do you mean? About this. About everything. Why wouldn't we just tell them the truth? It's for the same reason Father Thomas hid it. So we should reward what he did or the people he's hurt. Is it better to punish the people of Tassing? What good will it do to tell everyone about St. Moritz and St. Satia? Maybe Father Thomas was right about that. If nothing else, maybe it would break their faith. I think he's wrong. I think the people here have enough faith to hear the truth. As you know them better than I do, especially since I've been away for so long. Thought understanding this would feel better. We found out who did all of this, who attacked my dad. It's not like we can bring anyone back. We can't undo any of the hurt that he caused. Yes, Father Thomas won't be able to hurt anyone else. Magdalene, maybe he never would have. I think you're right, we should tell them. But the Saints, the Romans, all of it. I hate that doing the right thing feels so awful. I'm sorry. I am too, but I still think it's what we need to do. Then we'll tell them. Good. We should get Sister Amalia someplace warm. I mean, we can take her to my house. You'll probably have some explaining to do. A lot, I think. It's been a long time coming. I'm glad you didn't die in that fire. I am too, I think. Merry Christmas, Andreas. Merry Christmas. Oh, Magdalene, you made it back. Andreas and Sister Amalia and I all made it back. Sister Amalia? Was she in the church? I heard a terrible din and the house shook. Is everything all right? Our neighbors probably think the world is ending, so it could be better. You're all right, Dad. Yes, I'm sorry. Just tired. Sit by me, tell me what happened. It started in the rat house, well, the rat's keller. Andreas found an old Roman message there that pointed to the Mithraeum. So we went into the aqueduct. The section we found must have been closed off for centuries. We found an old Roman bathhouse. We couldn't go through, so we found our way down to a level under the baths. I think Andrea said it was a hippocaust. Andreas got separated from me. I was really afraid I'd lost him, that we'd both gotten lost down there. But then I heard his voice off in the distance, and I was so really... Dad? You're still listening? Time is not stopping, eh? Anytime soon. I know, it's hard, writes Esther. I mean, I can only imagine how hard it is. We will all do our best to make you feel welcome when you get here. Strange to think this will probably be the last letter I send to you, so I will end it with my love. Esther. That's you, Magdalene. Incipit. Yes. I'm sorry to disturb you, but I wanted to let you know that everything is in order. Balthazar has ensured that all of the financial matters will be handled. The money will be forwarded to you via the Reichspost as soon as everything is settled. Magdalene, I appreciate it. Please thank him for me. Thank him for everything, Nancy. Of course, Mistress Druckeryn. I did not know your father well, but I know that he was well regarded by everyone who spoke of him. It seems that Tassing has lost many things in one man. I am very sorry. Thank you. Good fortune to you, Nazio says. Now we're here. In this empty house, father is gone, and we can only leave. Oh, Sister Gertrude. Are you sure you have everything you need, Magdalene? Gertrude says. I think so. Thank you. Gertrude, I made you something to take with you on the road. It's chamomile, cinnamon, and wet flower. If you're traveling and you're having cramps, I know I'll use it. Gertrude, well, Hildegard's recipe just called for chamomile and wet flower. I added the cinnamon for taste. I'm so sorry about what happened to your father. Thank you, I say. Mother Francisca had us all say prayers for him, and for you as well, when she heard you were leaving. Really, that's so sweet. Please thank her for me. Gertrude, I will. We'll all miss you so much, Magdalene. I'll miss you too. Gertrude, God bless you. Safe travels. So it seems we're going away. Hey, Veronica. Magdalene, I can't believe you're really leaving. I miss you all dearly. But the boys will miss you even more. Yours, at least. Oh, don't tease him. I think he's really having a hard time of it despite appearances. I'll go easy on him. Veronica, that's kind of you. I appreciate it. Safe travels and God bless you. Okay, I have to go to the next step. Oh, look, the church has totally broken down. Whew. Hey, Oh, hey, Mags. I'm really sorry about your dad. He was always nice to me. My mum says he was a good man. And he was a good dad. Well, thanks. I should get going. Mags. Magdalene, you sure you don't want to marry me? It's a tempting offer. Come with me. What, really? Yes, really. But my mum, until... I'm leaving Tassing today. If you want to have a life together, come with me. That's a lot to ask. I know, you're asking a lot of me too. Think about it, but don't think too long. Write to me then. It's only spring. I promise I won't get married before the end of the year. That's you know I'm no good at writing. Then get better. Don't take too long, sweet boy. A girl can't wait forever. That's I won't. Good. Take care of your mother. I will. Until later, Earths. And who is that now? Called Elias. Good morning, Mistress Druckeryn. Are you off soon? Yes, father. Just saying my last few farewells. Yes, of course, I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to know you or your father. God rest his soul. I am too. Elias, don't get those bohemians put any heretical ideas in your head. Once their pernicious seeds take root, they can choke the faith right out of you. A last joke. St. Moritz will protect me. Elias, indeed, though you travel far from home, he will hear your prayers wherever you go. God bless you, Father Elias. God bless you and your travels. Sister Amalia. God bless you as well, Sister Amalia. Are you leaving today? Magdalene, I am. I'm just heading up to the mill in a bit. I'm so sorry for everything that happened. I know. It's all right now. Thank you for helping me. Magdalene, do you know what you'll do now? Or will you become an anchoress again? Amalia, I don't know, honestly. Father Elias is trying to help me, but I need to learn to rely on my own judgment a little more. It's going to take a long time to atone for my part in what happened. Perhaps the rest of my life. God knows you didn't mean to do harm, we say to her. Well, he does, but harm was done. I am writing an account of what happened here, as well as I can remember it anyway. It is not enough to earn forgiveness. I pray that it will at least eliminate this history of great darkness. But in good, it's worth remembering. God bless you, Sister Amalia. God bless and keep you safe on your travels, Magdalene. We could go to the mill. Really? We could go to the mill. We cannot go here. Let's go to the mill then. All right. Magdalene, this is it? It is. Time for me to leave. That's good. Get out before this cursed town swallows you. Tassing will bring you nothing but anguish and misery. Elsa, I hope one day you will find a path out of your sorrow. God willing, though I am doubtful. Stay safe on the road. These are still dangerous times. We'll be fine. Look after your family. Paul, Anna, your grandkids still need you. I'll do what I can. They are what little I have left without them. Never mind. Godspeed, Magdalene. Oh, Andreas has dressed up a bit. Yes, are you sure I look all right? Of course, Andreas, you look perfectly respectable. You're a little worse for wear, but a good sight better than you were. Andreas, It was kind of the women to help clean me up. I'm afraid I'd forgotten how to look after myself. Some would say you took care of yourself quite admirably. How many men here could have survived in a burned-out cellar for the better part of 20 years, subsisting on our discarded rye, no less? Andreas, I'm sorry about that. And Andreas, we already told you it's all right now. Yes, Magdalene. Well, hello, Magdalene. And are you off soon? Magdalene, hello. Yes, I'm riding with your flower to Mittenwald, then down the Isar. That's a big river there. Yes, I'm sorry to see you go, Magdalene. But I hope Prague is everything you've dreamed of. Magdalene, if it's half the city Esther describes, I'm sure I'll love it. Yes, you have a chance to make a life of your own there. God knows I've squandered so much of mine. Use the time you have and use it well. I will. I don't know how, but I will. I wish he could have seen it, Andreas. Andreas, I know. He would have loved it. I hope so. I know so. That's kind of you to say. Andreas, we all need words of encouragement, and besides, it's the truth. Well, Magdalene, I wanted to say you something about the mural before you go, to ask you. I thought it was supposed to cover the whole wall. Why did you leave a section blank? Magdalene, for the future. And as history is going to stop in Tassing, the moment I roll down the road. I think your wagon is about to leave. Oh, it is. Hardly feels like enough time. Thank you for everything you did for me, for my family. God bless you, Andreas Mahler. And so we're off to Prague. Andreas, Paul says. Are you all right? Yes, I'm lost. Well, that's all right. You're welcome to stay with us for as long as you need, Anna says. Besides, you can't leave yet. The children require your expertise. Andreas, oh. They're up on the mill, the walkway. I'll have supper ready when you're done. Well, just remember that you're always welcome in our home, Andreas. Thank you. What is happening now? I'll think of something to use this for later. Okay. We can only go here, so go to the platform, to the kids. That is so cute. They're making a mural. We're helping them paint. And we're painting with them. That's Andreas. And Ulrike. Oh. Ita hanc fabulan desino in hore dubie memorar. Oh. We have the mural here. Persta and the Wild Hunt. Blood. Sacrifices. The founding of the Abbey. The old oak. People toiling. Otto in the middle of all this. Everyone respecting him, and him seeing a good future. The labyrinth. The other folks. Oh, Mistress Druckeryn. Yes, Magdalene Druckeryn. Otto Zimmermann is wandering to Prague. We have all that will happen. Martha Pfefferin will go to the monastery. Il Peter was the oldest man in the history of Tassing. Ursula Rauchin, Vater Christopher Rauch. Václav Ketzer. Oh, he was burned, oh no. Kraft Bauer and Jutta Bauerin married. Simon Bauer, Kraft Bauer. Hochverehrte Dr. Werner Stolz. And look at the Smith, finally. 5 kids. And that shrine with a hand. Andreas Müller, 1558. A shame. We should have saved Václav, but he was believing it. Who could have stopped him? Whoa. That was Pentiment. Thank you for watching. Have a great time until next time, and happy gaming. We'll see this out. How did you find Pentiment? Pentiment, wow, what a great game that was. I had a game about history, a game about a murder mystery. A game about, well, maybe depression and atonement from depression. A game about life and getting to life and helping people. A game about the conflicts between different classes. What a game that was. A game about the Middle Ages. And also a game about today a lot. A game about a future that might not happen, that will never happen, that will still happen, that will... Oh, we don't know. And a game that has, for its first version, worked perfectly. There was only one or two slip-ups when something was mentioned before it should have been mentioned. And everything else worked 100% perfect. This is, for me, a masterpiece, and you should play it even if you have seen all of that. You never know what will happen, right? It is still a lot you can do. A lot you can try out. They even had a university chancellor. Latin translation support, yes. You might need that. Cannot always shake it out of your mouth. Latin. A game of so much culture. So much religion. So much deep faith, and so much faith in a future. As long as people help together. What a wonderful game. So many people worked on that too. Unbelievable. For me, this is one of the best games I've ever played, and it really touched me deep. I know it's kind of weird, but yeah. So what is it? Is it an adventure? Is it a role-playing game? It's probably both, because you have choices. And you can see there's a bibliography even. Who makes a game with a bibliography? Here, Eco Umberto, the name of the rose. So important. And so many other things. I haven't read all of that, but some of that is really known to me. From a time far away, it seems now. Hildegard von Bingen and Umberto Eco at least. And Wendt Ulrich. I've read something. Thank you for playing. Oh, I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed it. We'll wait if there's an Easter egg coming, but I don't think so. I don't think so. Thank you for watching. And happy gaming to you. We might come back to this game one day and play it totally differently. And see what happens. But now, not now. Now is the time to rest and reflect on the greatness of this game, on all the messages you get through it, of faith, of spirit, of belief in the human nature, and of disbelief of what can happen. Thank you a lot for staying with me here, and have a great time. Until next time. Happy gaming, and see you soon in another playthrough. Like this, or a little bit different. In roleplay or strategy. Have a great time until then, and see you soon.